What kind of internal spiritual preparations are necessary before you begin an exorcism service? What kind of preparations do you make?
I think that first we must learn from Jesus Christ. He himself, the apostles were ashamed because I say Jesus comes and finds them fighting, trying to do all sorts of things, and the devil does not go away. So the devil just makes fools of them. So Jesus comes and says, "What's wrong?" They said, "No, Lord, we've done our best." And the devil does not go away. So he tells them, "This is not easy. This kind of devil is not easy. So you need prayer and fasting. Prayer and fasting." So then from there, they were aware that, they just were using something that certainly did not at all touch the devil. So I feel that maybe I have three most important things. First of all, we have said prayer. The prayer life must bring us to such a stage, just as we believe that a fish can't live without water. Mm-hmm. And all its finality, its joy is in the water. So a Christian who really believes in Jesus Christ must behave in such a way that, like St. Paul, is able to say, "Not I, but Jesus in me." This confidence in God is very important. The second one is, St. James says, it's not the ones, let's say, who believe in faith without fruits that are going to be effective. One must believe really that he embraces the faith in Jesus Christ. And not only faith, but even the fruits must be accompanying the person. And I think the third one is this preparation of fasting. And one can choose, because there are some who, if they fast, they are finished, they don't have, they are weak already. But you can choose something that proves your own kind of mortification which you can have. What have I been doing myself historically? Before, I was telling the people, I was praying for the sick, let us say, every first Monday. So it means 9 days before, it was enough that each one prays a Hail Mary or an Our Father, all intended for the success of the prayer of the first Monday. At the same time, myself, I was not every day fasting, but the day of prayer, I was fasting up to the end of the prayer itself for the sick. Oh, that pain that you feel with anger, to be able still to go and conduct the whole Mass and pray for the people, impose hands, and without eating and so on, that was in itself so strong that I saw the effects of the importance of fasting.
Why is it that even though the Catholic Church has a long history of holding exorcisms, that your work as a faith healer has been misunderstood and treated with contempt, even within the Church itself?
I was reported to the Church, to the Apostolic Nuncio, that I add some words which are not in the liturgical celebration of the sacrament of confirmation. Then, Lord God Almighty, from there the story began to go around. It was brought up to the Episcopal Conference, and from there they asked the Cardinal of Kenya and another bishop. They came to investigate and asked the priest and all around, "You know what is happening now? Milingo is doing this, is doing that." Because I became by that time very popular. Many people came from everywhere and so on. And so finally I was sent away. As soon as I arrived, that was April 17, I can't forget, 1982. As soon as I landed in Rome, I was told, "You are not going to be in contact anymore with your diocese, nor with your congregation," because I had founded the sisters of the Daughters of the Redeemer and the Brothers of St. John the Baptist. "You are not to be in contact with your congregation, nor with your priests." But they told me, "Come to Rome because the Pope wants to speak to you," and so on. "And you will also pass through the examinations." of course, if you are sick, you'll get the help needed. But I was in Rome 15 months, 1 year and 3 months without seeing the Pope. Till the Pope, it reached the ears of the Pope to say there is an African bishop here, and so on. He's there, we could say, not to use bad words, rotting in this particular place. So the Pope sends his own secret police. And he comes to see me in my room, and he says, look, I have watched, because he used to come in secret to see. I began again when I was in Rome. I began again. I became again popular. I had many people, many telephones, and so on. Sir, he says, I've been watching what you're doing, and I haven't found anything wrong. So the Pope has told me to come and ask you, what are you doing here? So I began to explain the story I've told, and so on. And it is from there I was able to see the Pope. And when I went to see the Pope told me, don't worry, what you have passed through, this is John Paul II, don't worry, because they did the same with Padre Pio. Because the church sometimes wants to understand things, so don't worry. But we shall safeguard your gifts. So go and see the Secretary of State, Cardinal Casaroli. So I went to see the Secretary of State, Cardinal Casaroli. From that time, I was once more released. I went to Canada, I went to Australia. The world was open again. But when they saw me again becoming popular, more popular, they put me back and they nailed me once more and restricted my movements.
It's well known that you have shown great courage in being willing to confront the forces of darkness, even when you found them within the walls of the Vatican itself. Please give us an idea of what kind of dark forces you've encountered and have had to battle even single-handedly at the Holy See, and how you overcame them.
But for the respect that I have of my church, I wouldn't say that. We could say, because that now we are touching something that probably the common man may not understand. That's the spiritual word. And I don't think that I could be able to speak about that, because not even the Vatican could ever understand me.
Okay.
Yeah, they did not understand me. So,
all right, well, thanks for your honesty. Okay.